Good morning everyone. Welcome to Ujjwala IAS Academy. So we are trying to cover current affairs in the form of MCQs for helping you in the upcoming exam of UPSC Prelims 2020. So today we will discuss the MCQs of 14th May, and you can also join us on our Telegram channel where we upload all these PPTs and you can do multiple revision of them. So before starting the MCQs, let's check out what are the 10 topics which we are going to discuss in today's topic. So here is the list is given, and please do take a pause when you see question on the screen and try to get at least 7 questions correct out of 10, and you can also adjust the speed of the video. So work hard, be consistent, regularly watch our videos, and let's start out today's MCQs with question number 1. So question number 1 is with reference to Karakoram range. Statement first, the mountain range has the loftiest mountains in the world. Second, it extends from Afghanistan to POK, Ladakh and Aksai Chin. So here the correct option is option B, that is second only. Statement first is incorrect. And statement first is incorrect because Karakoram range is the second highest mountain range in the world after Great Himalayas. And this mountain range spans the borders of India, Pakistan and China, and with northwest extremities of the range extends to Afghanistan and Tajikistan as well. It plays important role in protecting Kashmir from the extreme cold winds of Siberia, and the world's second highest peak, that is K2, and the Siachen glacier is within this range. And context is that scientists from Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology have found a seasonal advancement in 220 surge type glaciers in the Karakoram range of Ladakh, and that's why it is in news. Now question number 2 is with reference to surging in glaciers. Statement first, it is the phenomena of decrement in volume and length of a glacier over a period of time. Second, it is potentially catastrophic as it can lead to the destruction of villages, roads and bridges. We have to find out correct option. So the correct option is B, and statement first is incorrect. And statement first is incorrect because surging or surge type glaciers are a certain type of glaciers that have shown advancement, not decrement in volume and length over a period of time. And behavior of surge type glacier goes against the normal trend of reduction in volume and length of most glaciers in the Himalayas. And the surging terminates in summer due to channelized flow of melt water, and surging of glacier is potentially catastrophic, and it can also advance across a river valley and form an ice dammed lake which can burst in form of catastrophic outburst flood. And context is that the glacier of Karakoram range have shown significant surging. So you can see the range of Karakoram becomes important with the point of view of UPSC. Now question number 3 is with reference to Rabindranath Tagore. Statement first, he was the first Nobel laureate of India. Second, he renounced knighthood to protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So here the correct option is C, because both the given statements are correct. And he was also popularly known as Gurudev and was born in Kolkata, and he was given Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913 for his collection of poems. Title is Gitanjali, and it is the only Indian to have received the honor in the literature category. And he also founded Vishwa Bharati University in Shantiniketan, West Bengal, to challenge the conventional method of classroom education. And he also awarded knighthood in 1915, which he renounced in May 1919 as a protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And the national anthems of both India and Bangladesh are composed by Tagore. And context is that National Gallery of Modern Art organized a virtual tour titled Gurudev Journey of the Maestro to commemorate his 159th birth anniversary. So do remember, he is also popularly known as Gurudev. Now question number 4 is stringency index to rate countries on the basis of lockdown measures had been developed by I hope you can answer it correctly because we have just discussed this question yesterday. And the correct one is C, that is Oxford University. An important thing is that India has scored 100 as one of the strongest lockdown measures in the world since March 2022, and this index has a database of 17 indicators which examine containment policies, and the Oxford graphs found that the death curve has not flattened even after strictest measures were enforced. Now question number 5 is the resistant frost recently news is a, so the correct answer is C, that is it is new terrorist outfit in Kashmir. So there is high chances you get confused in this question. Do remember it. So Resistance Frost is new name of terror group in Kashmir, and the group is made of existing terror groups such as Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, etc. And this terror group has come up in the Kashmir region after Indian government had abrogated Article 370 in August 2019 as is being funded by Pakistan. And context is that the resistance front has claimed responsibility for the recent attack on army personnel in Kupwara district along the line of control. Now question number 6 is what are the safeguards against chemical disaster in India? First, the Indian Penal Code. Second, the Environment Protection Act. Third, the Public Liability Insurance Act. Fourth, the National Green Tribunal. And the correct option is D, that means all of the above. So at the time of Bhopal gas tragedy, the Indian Penal Code was the only relevant law specifying criminal liability for such incidences, but later comes Bhopal gas leak Act 1985. Then comes the Environment Protection Act, which gives power to the central government to undertake measures for improving the environment and set in standards and inspect industrial units. Then Public Liability Insurance Act 1991, which is an insurance meant to provide relief to persons affected by accident. Then National Environment Appellate Authority Act 1997, under which National Environment Appellate Authority was established to hear appeals regarding the restriction of areas. Then comes National Green Tribunal, and it is very much important with the point of view of UPSC. Many of the times UPSC has asked question regarding National Green Tribunal. Now question number 7 is with reference to Prime Minister's office in India. Statement first, it is headed by Cabinet Minister. Second, the PMO provides secretarial assistance to the Prime Minister. Third, the PMO includes the anti-corruption unit and the public wing dealing with grievances. So here the incorrect option is not option. You have to choose the incorrect statement. So the statement is first option will be A, that is one only, because it is headed by Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister. And during the tenure of Jawaharlal Nehru as the Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister's Secretariat was headed by Joint Secretary until his death, and then the post of Principal Secretary to Prime Minister was created during the tenure of Indira Gandhi as Prime Minister. And here is the list of some agencies are given which comes under PMO. Do check out. Now question number 8 is recently National Environment Appellate Authority was in news. So statement first, it is a non-statutory body. Second, it was set up by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. If you are attentive enough, you can answer it correctly because we have just seen that this authority was established under one act, and if it is established under act, it cannot be non-statutory body. So option will be B, that is second only. And statement first is incorrect because it is established under National Environment Appellate Authority Act 1997. So it is a statutory body, and no act or proceeding of the authority shall be questioned or shall be invalid merely on the ground of existence of any vacancy or defect in the establishment of the authority. For more information, you can read out this image. Now question number 9 is recently Vande Bharat mission was in news. So what is the purpose of this mission? We have also discussed this question yesterday, so you can answer it correctly. And the correct option is none of the above, because it is India's massive repatriation operation to bring back stranded Indians in the wake of COVID-19. And according to government norms, the evacuated citizen will be sent to the institutional quarantine facilities set up by the various state governments, and the pregnant women, people needed immediate treatment, or you can say all the vulnerable section, including aged or children, will be permitted to go their houses, where they will be under strict home quarantine for 14 days. Now question number 10 is, where is Papikonda National Park located? So the correct option is C, that is Andhra Pradesh. And here is the map is given, and it is located in the Papi Hills in East Godavari and West Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh, and it is also an important bird and biodiversity area and home to some endangered species of flora and fauna. So that's all in our today's MCQs. I hope you guys are liking the lecture. Now today's question for you is, you have to tell which committee was set up by British government regarding Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So you have to name this committee in the comment section. If you don't know, please Google it. If you want to contact us, you can contact through the given details. We are always there to help you and to listen your genuine queries. And if you want information regarding UPPSC examination, you can also contact us. So stay safe, stay healthy, have a nice day, and thank you.